Hello and welcome into the Jubilee Recreation Center here in Fort Saskatchewan, Alberta for RMLL North Division Finals between the Beaumont Outlaws and the Fort Saskatchewan Rebels. Starting tonight in net is going to be Reed McLeod, number 35 there for the Beaumont Outlaws. He played extremely well in Game 3, specifically for the against the Warriors in the semifinals. And starting it on the other side for the Rebels, it's going to be Will Horn. Horn injured late in the season. Looks to be healthy and will be back here for the North Finals. Head-to-head matchup this season between these two teams, a little bit lopsided, some close games near the end, but Rebels 3-0 over the Outlaws this season, 28-0 historically. Little fun shot here in the arena. The Rebels putting the score as 28-0 during warm-ups. Just a little friendly reminder for the Outlaws on what they are up against in this one. I'm Eric Krause bringing you the call on the NetFront Sports Network. We have in the center dot, we have Knox Despens against Harris here for the Outlaws. Rebels are going to have control of it up floor. It's going to be Eric Tompkins and Reed Lowe, both healthy for this divisional matchup here in the North Finals. They were injured for most of the second half of the regular season. Obviously, the Rebels love to have them back in this one. It's going to be Outlaws ball up floor. I believe that's Carter Grace in the number 14. Usually wearing number 3 here for the Outlaws. Looks like Carter Grace has got the Miners helmet on, just a different jersey number. Maybe trying to throw them off. Rebels control the ball here in Outlaws territory. It's going to be Liam Elliott. Elliott looking for a shot on there by McLeod. McLeod makes a save. Ball up in the air now. It's going to be picked by Pook in the corner. Pook taking around the net here for the Rebels. 28 seconds. They're going to full reset there off the rebound. Pook all the way up top here to Reed Lowe. Lowe quarterback in this Rebels offense. He's done so all year. Over to Elliott. Elliott takes a shot on there, goes into the corner. It's going to be here collected by the Outlaws up floor. Quinn Patterson fumbles the ball a little bit. A little bit of finals jitters here between the two teams. Quinn Patterson now on the floor getting hacked and slashed as he has controlled the ball in Rebels territory for a brief second. A little bit of jitters here. Ball all the way up to Reed Lowe. Reed Lowe shoots. Save made there by McLeod. Ball collected by the Outlaws. It's going to be Owen McKenna moving it over to down low to Carter Mitchell. Mitchell gets a screen there by Hildebrand, passes up to Quade Manning. Manning throws it down low, looking for Dickin, not able to connect with him, and it's going to be controlled by the Rebels in their own zone, and a fresh 30 moving up floor. Will Nicapillo far side here for the Rebels. Moves it over to Kalen Smith. Smith acquired at the trade deadline from, I believe is the Ontario Junior B League. Ball up in the air now. Collected by the Outlaws. It's going to be brought across floor. That is not Carter Grace in the number 14 there for the Outlaws. Carter Grace is left-handed. I know that for sure. I will try to get that player for you when I can. Rossman moving it down low for Balauchik. Not able to connect with him. It's going to be Rebels ball as they bring it up floor. Nice little hit stick maneuver there. And gets across. So it's Ethan Hackett. Ball collected here by Walsh. Walsh moves it far side here for the Rebels, and they're going to take control of the ball. Moves it over to Elliott here. Elliott, big overhand shot there by Eric Tompkins. Goes over the net and over McLeod's shoulder. It's going to be an over and back here on the Rebels with 16:38 remaining in the first period of Game 1 here of the North Finals. My name is Eric Krause here bringing you a call here on the NetFront Sports Network as Dickin has the ball now for the Outlaws. Moving around far side is Brownlee. Brownlee fumbles the ball. Hildebrand looks to pick it up, not able to collect it, and it's going to be Will Nicapillo now far side for the Rebels. He's going to slow up now, wait for his offense to get on the floor. Takes a couple slashes there by Rossman. Moves it over to Rudneski. Rudneski up top to Lowe. Lowe moves it over to Smith. Far side shot there by Rudneski goes just wide. He gets taken to the ground, and that's going to be another over and back as the Rebels are not able to recover that rebound. Ball's going to be collected here by Lewis in Rebels territory and blown in here by referee Wes Kendall. Manning has the ball now. There's an Outlaws player on the floor. They say everything's good on that one. Nothing doing on that screen. Shot attempt there by Carter Mitchell. There is a shoe on the floor now. Quade Manning over to Mitchell. Shoe is kicked off into the corner. Mitchell overhand shot there, saved there by Will Horn. I'm assuming interference there or something, and now it's going to be Outlaws ball. Carter Mitchell. Mitchell up top to Lewis. Lewis comes in. Shot on big hit there taken. I'm getting told that from 14 on the Outlaws is Noah Keller, sorry. So yeah, no Carter Grace in this game as far as you can see. Obviously a big member of this Outlaws organization. Ball collected here by Tompkins. Tompkins swings across, still has the ball, gets a pick, comes across, shoots low to high on McLeod. McLeod makes a save with the right pad. Tompkins gets his own rebound. It's going to be a fresh 30 here for the Rebels. Behind the net now. Ball moved over to Lowe. Lowe to Tompkins. Tompkins tries to keep his feet in bounds there, not able to do it. It's going to be Outlaws ball on floor. Far side now, it's Kai Ellis. Ellis looks for Hildebrand walking off the bench, not able to connect with him. Ball's loose, collected by Dickin. Hildebrand has it now, far side, coming in, spins off, finds Manning in a slot, shoots, scores. Quade Manning takes the low to high shot there on Will Horn, puts the Outlaws up 1-0. As we're going to watch the Battle of the Border instant replay, you're going to see Quade Manning takes the low to high shot, moves it, picks his corner, and picks it right past Will Horn. Gives the Outlaws a 1-0 lead with 14:32 left in this game. This Outlaws team, if you look at their record, they were 7-11 on the season, but they've won like 7 of their last 8 games. They're on a very, very hot streak right now. Ball picked up here by Porter. Porter comes in, shots low on Horn. It squeaks through his legs. Ball collected by the Rebels on the rebound, though. Walsh is going to bring it up floor here, captain of this Rebel squad. Finds low, almost down low. Ball picked up here by Noah Keller. He's going to be taking it up floor. Gets it across half. They have the fresh 30 to work with. Keller being pursued there by Rudneski, able to spin off of him and get it back up top here for his Outlaws teammates. Over to Mitchell. Mitchell over to Manning. Manning the goal scorer here for the Outlaws with the 1-0 lead. Mitchell gets a pick there by Keller, looking for him on the give and go, not able to connect with him. Loose ball here at half, collected by Mitchell. Not going to get the over and back as the Rebels are the ones bringing the ball up floor. Carter Mitchell settles it down on the far side here, 13:30 in the first period in game 1. Rebels up 1-0. Lewis, he's going to look shot, not able to find it. Finds Brownlee back door, not able to connect with him, and now the Rebels are going to be running the floor. Jack Nickel walks in, shot, save made by McLeod there on the breakaway. As mentioned earlier, before the broadcast started, McLeod playing his best lacrosse right now, especially in that Warriors series. Rebels are going to have to find a way to get him uncomfortable on the ball past him. Balanchuk has it now. Picked up by the Rebels on the rebound. It's Bennett Fry. I believe that is number 8, Bennett Fry, playing out the back gate. He was playing out the front gate at points this season due to so many injuries out of the Rebels front gate in the back gate now for them. Ball moved down. Eric Tompkins takes a shot, takes the overhand right, save made by McLeod. Potential here, numbers. Quinn Patterson runs the floor. He's going to pull out, give it to Carter Mitchell. Ella is going to be able to establish their offense here with a fresh 30. Let's say fresh 30. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. Mitchell moves over to Lewis. Lewis He comes across, swim move, looking for the tight angle there on Horn, not able to find it. Ball goes bouncing up into the netting and out of play. Souvenir for the fans here in Fort Saskatchewan. Walsh, far side now. Dumps it off to Rudneski. Rudneski. He's going to come across, pass it off to Pook, who takes the shot on to McLeod there, save made. McLeod 6 for 6 so far to begin this game, looking good, looking back to his ways. Lowe moves it over to Smith. Smith to Pook. Pook takes a shot just wide. It's going to be breakaway here for Kyle Jamieson. Jamieson walks in, right-handed shot just wide. Lewis gets the rebound, shot, scores. Kyle Jamieson shoots it a little bit wide there, rebounds out front to Lewis, and he puts it past Will Horn for a 2-0 Outlaws lead at 11:22, and there's a little bit of a hush here at the Jubilee Recreation Center. Don't get too excited. The Outlaws have led games against the Rebels at points in this season. Ball is going to be picked up here by Zorniak. It's going to be given to the Rebels. Far side, looks like it's Finley Entrop with it now. Moves up top to Reed Lowe coming off the bench. Reed Lowe, right-hand shot, moves down low to his teammate. Ball's up in the air, Lowe rebounds it, hits McLeod's shoulder, and then up off the bench. And there's an injured Rebel in McLeod's crease right now. This is number 27. Eric Tompkins, he gets up, looks to be okay. It's going to be a penalty here to the Outlaws. It's going to be Kai Ellis going to the box, 2 minutes for checking from behind. So if you're the Rebels, you're liking that penalty, gives you a chance to get back into this game and slow down the momentum a little bit as Reload takes it off the whistle. Low over to Smith. You got Low, Smith. It looks like Rudneski on the far side. He has the ball now. Shot on, soaked there by Porter. Ball collected by McKenna. He's going to run the floor. He's going to be on a breakaway. Owen McKenna walks in, shoots just wide. Save made there by Horn. He collects it, though. It's going to be a fresh 30 for the Outlaws. Down low to Porter. Porter has it. Dickin comes off the bench, tells Porter to slow down. Moves it over to Carter Mitchell on the far side. They have 18 seconds left to kill in this penalty. They have the ball. They can use the shot clock. Mitchell, far side, bouncing around, getting pressure, just throws it into the corner with 10 seconds left. Could have probably killed a little bit more time if he would have passed it to a teammate there. Nonetheless, Rebels have the ball up floor. Lowe has it now. 10-10 left here in the first period. 2-0 Outlaws early here in Game 1 of the North Finals. The ticket to the Larry Bishop at the end of the month. Being able to be punched if you can win 3 games in this series. Lowe. Playing give and go with his teammates. Shot on Lowe. Lowe shoots low on McLeod. McLeod makes that save. Rebounded by Rudneski behind the net. Dive play. It looks like it went off the post. It's going to be a Rebels ball in the corner being fought over here. Loose ball. Picked up by Patterson finally. Some pushing and shoving behind the play. Nothing doing on that one. It's going to be Rebels 3 versus 2 of floor if they want to maybe do something offensively. Patterson's going to drop off to Brownlee, who moves it back up to Mitchell. 22 seconds left here in the Kai Ellis penalty to kill off and navigate for the Outlaws. Manning has it now. 8 seconds left in the shot clock. They're going to be able to kill most of this penalty off. Shot on there by Carter Mitchell. He throws it into the corner. 6 seconds left in the penalty. We're going to be even strength. Ball there moved up floor by Ben Renault. Renault moves over to Baker. Baker over to Smith. Looks like an Outlaw got a stick on that one because it went way up into the boards. Shot on there. Save made by McLeod. 8:42 left here in the first period. Outlaws lead 2-0. We're going to have our water break at the next hard whistle. Hildebrand has Keller down there with him. Hildebrand swim move around the defender. Walks in. Shot. Save made there by Horn. Ball collected by Keller on the rebound. It's going to be a fresh 30 here for the Outlaws. Keller looks to shoot, passes it off to Lewis. Lewis over to Dickin. Dickin throws it away, and now it's going to be up floor here. It's going to be number 6, Will Nicapillo again here for the Rebels. He moves it up top to Pook. Pook, spin move off of Hui there. Has Reed low up top. He's going to pass it down to him. Tompkins with the ball now, looking for Low on the cut play. Not able to connect with him. My apologies, that was Liam Elliott. It is absolutely evil by this Rebels to have 3 right-handed shots playing the same spot with the number 17, 27, and 87. Elliott has it now. Moves it down low. It's Low. Low looking for the dive play. Comes across, shot just wide. It's going to be Noah Keller on floor. Moving fast there off the bench is Manning. Manning with the B2B save made there by Horn. Nice attempt there. Kind of caught the defense sleeping, Manning did. Running off the bench, hustling. Able to get behind for a nice opportunity there with the B2B, but save made by Horn. Entrope has it now. He's got Baker to his left. Fake shot up top to Rudneski. Rudneski, he threatens, passes it on to McLeod. McLeod makes that easy save, hit him right in the breadbasket. McLeod looking up top for Lewis. That was Alex Zorniak coming off the bench, kind of lining him up, hoping he'd go for that ball. Ball dumped off there. It's going to be Rebels offense. Finds a cutting Reed Low. He shoots, scores. Reed Low comes cutting across there, gets the pass and puts it past Reed McLeod. It's going to be 2-1 Outlaws as the Rebels get on the board here with 6:38 left here in the first period. As Reed Low makes his introduction to this series. Yeah, Will Horn coming to the bench, getting some equipment checked out, and we're going to get our water whistle here, our water break whistle here by Wes Kendall. Just give a shout out to our sponsors in this game. We have Sports Central. Sports Central is helping remove financial barriers to play by collecting, repairing, and redistributing sports equipment to kids across northern Alberta. Donate equipment, volunteer, or help out the next generation in the game at sportscentral.org. For scores, schedules, standings, player stats, and the latest lacrosse coverage, visit netfrontsports.com. Follow every matchup and stay connected to the game all in one place at netfrontsports.com. So, 2-1 game. Outlaws lead after about 13 minutes of action, 6:38 left here in the first period. Rebels get on the board, though, and now it's going to be Outlaws ball. Kai Ellis, far side. Has it now, bounces it over to Carter Mitchell. Mitchell, he's going to take it slow up the far side. Gets a screen from Brownlee on the pick. Maybe looking for the roll, not able to find it, and now Balachuk has it, moves it over to Dickin. Dickin over to Mitchell. Mitchell, big sidearm shot there, just wide. Might have fooled Horn a bit there, but the ball did not hit the net. Referee asking for the ball to be thrown into the corner. He's just going to blow it down as it's rolling up top. Reedlow picks it up. Moves it over to Elliott. Elliott playing up top there. Reedlow looks for, or Pook sets the screen. Entrope takes the shot. Save made by McLeod. Pook kind of getting manhandled on that screen. Looks like the refs are going to let a little bit of action go in this game. Just the one call so far here, 3/4 of the way through the first. Marcus Hildebrand behind the net now with the ball on his half hand. Hildebrand moves up top to Mitchell. Mitchell all the way across over to Lewis. Shot on there. Ball misses the net. It's going to be 5:31 left in the first. It's going to be Rebels ball in Beaumont Outlaws territory. Ball fired over to Baker. It's going to be blown in. Baker's going to move it up top to Rudneski. Entrope there being covered by 3 Outlaws. Taking up a lot of space there. He bounces out, gets the ball. Baker sets a screen for him, moves it over to Tompkins. Finds Baker. No, it's not Baker on the back door. That was, I believe, Rudneski on the back door. Yeah, number 81 there. Eric Rudneski Listen, I might just be blind, but I find these Rebels jerseys very, very hard to see from the far end. So I'm trying my best here. Rebels tie it up nonetheless. It's going to be 2-2 here, 5:17 remaining in the first period. So after allowing the first two, the Rebels slow things down and they get two themselves. Keller, far side. Moves up top to Brownlee. Brownlee over to Dickin. Dickin looking for Keller, backdoor, not able to find with him. Ball collected by Rossman off the bounce though. Shot on to Horn. He makes a save. A little bit of a sloppy play there, but he gets on net. Knocks Despins now, far side with it. Moves it over to Pook. Got Eric Tompkins up top. Tompkins gonna walk it in. Moves it down low. Tompkins gets the rebound. Getting pressured by Ellis. He's able to run out. He's going to look, spins off of Ellis, tries to come across. Little weird twister shot on, just wide. It's going to be Outlaws ball. Kyle Jamieson down floor, looking for a Balanchuk. Balanchuk has a breakaway. He's going to walk in, shot. Nice left pad save there by Horn on the breakaway. Both goalies been pretty good in the breakaway so far in this one. Rebels ball far side. Up top to Rudneski. Rudneski slows things down. He's got Entropin low with him coming off the bench. Moves it over to Reed Low. Low down to Elliott. Behind the back pass. Looking for Rudneski there on the cut. Not able to connect with him, but almost fooled McLeod as it went on net. Pushing and shoving here at front of the Outlaws bench is Quinn Patterson's. Nice pressure there by Reese Marciniak. Quinn Patterson in this league has found his bread and butter by putting his shoulder down and running through people, but Marciniak stood him right up there. Hildebrand looking for the 1-tee shot there, not able to connect with it. Ball moved up floor by Marciniak. Moves over to Baker. Baker. Marciniak, the other player acquired at the deadline here by the Rebels. Baker. Ball collected by Keller on the missed pass. It's going to be one-on-one up floor, him and Baker. Got Balanchuk with him and Brownlee trailing from behind. Keller moves it over to Brownlee. Brownlee to Mitchell. Keller's going to run off, get another offensive hand on the floor. That's going to be Kyron Lewis coming off. Lewis gets the ball now. He had a lane to the net if he wanted to take it. Would have taken some contact though. Throw to Mitchell. Mitchell, big overhand right from downtown. Ball is soaked there by a Rebels player who loses his footing. He gets back up though. He's a little bit scared. He got injured there for a second, was Baker, but he ended up getting up and he looks okay. He's hobbling a little bit. That's something to watch. Looked like he blew a tire. A little bit of a non-contact injury. You don't like to see that. A guy just falling down. He's grimacing a bit coming off the bench. Hopefully he's okay. Jackson Baker, a big part of this Rebels team. There's a trainer. We'll go look at him. Hildebrand. Up top, big shot on Save Mayer on the shoulder by Will Horn. It's going to be collected by the Rebels. Despins behind the net. Fires it across. As the Rebels get across, Jack Nickel. Nickel over to Smith. Smith all the way behind the net. Rebels ball behind the net, up top to Elliott. Elliott, big shot on, testing the 5-hole of McLeod. He's going to make that save. 16-9 to shots here. Advantage the Rebels in this one. 2-2, the score in the game, though, with a minute and a half left here in the first period of Game 1 of the North Division Finals here in the RMLL. Behind the net now, Quinn Patterson. Patterson has a lot of people out front, looks for one, finds Dickin. Dickin's shot just gets past Horn, but cannot beat the iron as the post makes the save on that one. Loose ball here collected by Zorniak. He finds it down low to Pook. Pook almost slips there. A little bit of moisture on this floor, I imagine. It's very hot and humid here in the Jubilation Recreation Center. Save made there by McLeod. Ball collected by the Outlaws. Brownlee. He has it, gets a steal there from Jamieson. Passes it back to Carter Mitchell. Mitchell moves it over to Manning. Manning back to Mitchell. 5 seconds left in the shot clock. Mitchell makes one move, comes in, shoots just wide. And they're going to say that hit horn. It's going to be collected by the Rebels nonetheless. It's going to be a fresh 30 at floor. As shot clock does not matter. It's only game clock now, 20 seconds left on that. Pook, far sides. Rebels are going to have the last shot in this period with a chance to go up 3-2. Tompkins, over to Rudneski. Far side. Shot on there by Lowe. It's going to be saved by McLeod with 4 seconds left. McLeod's going to pass it down the floor, and that's going to do her here. It's going to be the end of the first period. It's going to be 2-2 tied between the Outlaws and the Rebels at the end of the first period of Game 1 of the North Finals. My name is Eric Krause, bringing you the call here on the NetFront Sports Network. We will see you in about 10 minutes' time. Welcome back into the Jubilee Recreation Center here from Fort Saskatchewan, Alberta. 2-2 game after 20 minutes. Scoring summary here on your screen. Quay Manning starting the scoring here. 5:28 into the period for the Outlaws, followed by Kieran Lewis. The Rebels would get 2 after with Reed Lowe and Eric Rudneski getting 2 in the second half of that period to bring this game to 2-2 in the second with 20 minutes to play in the second. In game 1 of the RMLL North Division final here with the ability to punch your ticket to the Larry Bishop with 3 wins in this series. It is a best of 5 here. Ball is going to be controlled by the Outlaws after the opening draw. Carter Mitchell now with it. He's getting chased there. Brownlee gives a little bit of pick, rolls off of it. Not able to connect with him though. Dickin takes a shot on net there. Save made by Will Horn. Will Horn in the Rebels jersey in the black and red. Left to right are the Rebels. As you see, Bennett Fry running the floor right now. Save made there by McLeod. Yes, Rebels in the black jerseys moving left to right across your TV screen, mobile phone, or tablet, however you're watching it today. Outlaws slowly walking out floor here with McKenna in the white and the navy shorts. Outlaws ball. Manning moves it down low, looking for Brownlee. He goes hard into the boards. I believe that was Brownlee. Ball collected here by the Rebels. Is going to be no call. I think they were looking for a boarding there on that one, not able to get it. Ball, far side. Collected by Zorniak. He's going to get off the floor. Smith moves it down far side. Elliott coming into the Rebels at the beginning of the season, traded at the draft. I believe he was the player that was traded twice in like 20 minutes at the North Draft here at St. Albert to begin the season and the 2026 campaign. Mitchell has it now. Outlaws been a very hot team lately. They just need to get past this Rebels curse that they have. Hildebrand spins off. It's going to be interference there on the push in the back on the pick. This referee, Sean Reed's going to say that's not allowed. Ball moved in there by Ashton Johnson. Moves it down low. Jumping shot there. Save made onto the jumping backdoor one-timer there. Moved up to Noah Keller. Keller AP in this one. In the Miners helmet. Right-handed shot. Far side. I was thinking a little bit of miscommunication there. Was probably thinking his teammate was going to roll off the pick. Not doing. Zorniak has it now. Zorniak earlier in this season had quite the highlight reel play as he separated body from ball and ran the floor. Scored a nice transition goal here about halfway through the season against the Mounties. You can see that one on our network. Entrop takes a check to the head there. It's going to be no call as Lewis now has it. He's going to be told to slow down. Outlaws a bench not happy with that one as Wes Kendall tells him he wants him to start it in the corner, not pick it up on the run. Manning has it now, being pressured by Jack Nickel. Manning spins off of him, moves it over to Carter Mitchell. Mitchell gets a little bit of a pick there from Rossman. Far side, Dickin. Dickin over to Hildebrand. Hildebrand, twister move, shot on there just wide as Will Horn sees that go to his right. Running the floor now is Nick Capilla. Nick Capilla walks in all alone, shot off the post. Beats everybody but the iron. It's going to stay a 2-2 game here. So we have a very injured Kai Ellis, it looks like. His leg's not doing good. His leg's not doing good, but he got off under his own power somehow, so things could be worse. Legs aren't supposed to bend like that. It kind of bended underneath him as they fell down there in the corner. It's going to be no call here. It's going to be even strength, 16:35 left in the second period, 2-2 here from the JRC in Fort Saskatchewan, Alberta, between the Rebels and the Outlaws here in the North Finals of the RMLL. Shot on there by Tompkins. Going to be pushed aside by McLeod, and they're going to have the ball up floor. Jamison maybe looking for Brownlee on that one. Decides against it. Got Huey with him. Huey's going to run off the floor as they're going to get their offense on. Far side, Bolonchuk. Bolonchuk moves it over to Lewis. Lewis up top, being watched by Marciniak. Lewis walks in, shot scores. Kieran Lewis walks around. Marciniak takes it to the net, looking pretty non-dangerous, but scores on Will Horn. That's going to be Kieran Lewis's second goal of the game. It's going to be 3-2 Outlaws here with 16:02 left in the second period. Outlaws only 12 shots on net, 3 goals. Rebels have 22 as they clearly are controlling play. But controlling play and controlling the scoreboard are 2 different things. It's going to be Rebels' ball as West Kendall calls the false start here on the Outlaws. Rudneski walks it across half. Rudneski has a goal in this one already. He moves it over to Tompkins. Tompkins moves over to Pook. Pook far side. Diving play there by Pook, looking for the back door dunk. Not able to connect with it though, as Keller will run up the floor. Keller's going to run right up Broad Street. Nobody's going to stop him. He's going to walk in, saved there by Horn. The ball's going to be given to the Outlaws. Rossman picks it up. Over to Bolonchuk. Bolonchuk dumps it off over to Hildebrand. Hildebrand over to Lewis. Lewis, the hot hand right now, has already got 2. Lewis moves over to Hildebrand. Hildebrand walks on, shots just wide there on Horn. Rebels have it now as they get across half with 15 minutes left to play here in the second period. Dumps it off to Tompkins. Tompkins has Frey with him. And finally, we get a call here. Finally, these Rebels have been looking for one for a bit, and then another slash here. As Bennett Fry throws away the power play he would have had if he just would have let it go. Referee Sean Reed is always going to take them both if they both get involved. So the power play to the Rebels gets wiped out. Now we're going to have a 4-on-4 lacrosse, I believe. It's going to be Rebels a ball, though. 4-on-4 lacrosse, both Quinn Patterson and Frey, I believe, going to the box for cross-checking. One might be slashing, one might be cross-checking. Patterson's definitely going for cross-checking. We're waiting for the referees to waiting for the scoreboard operators to get the penalties on the board. One's at 1:59, one's at 2 minutes. They're going to need to add another second to that Quinn Patterson penalty as they do. So you got Bennett Fry and Quinn Patterson in the box. We're going to have 4-on-4 lacrosse here for the next 2 minutes. We're good to go. All the referees say good to go. And it's going to be Rudneski taking the ball up here from the top for the Rebels. 4-on-4 lacrosse, far side. Rebels have it. Walking in on McKenna, 1-on-1. He's going to get a pick there from Tompkins. Spins off of it. Gets a slash, asking what's up on that one. Ball collected by Jamison. Jamison throws it away to Lowe. Lowe throws it down low to Tompkins. Tompkins up top to Rudneski. You got Baker, Rudneski, Tompkins, and Lowe on the floor here for the Rebels. Down low to Lowe. Up top to Rudneski. Rudneski overhand shot there wide. Ball's going to be collected by the Outlaws. Lots of fighting in front of the bench here. It's going to be McKenna walking in all alone. Right-hand shot, save, goal. McKenna scores, and the whole Outlaws bench comes off the floor, pretty much. Owen McKenna walks in all alone, puts it past Will Horn. It's going to be a 4-2 lead here for the Outlaws. It was quite the celebration there. Yeah, McCarter Mitchell came flying off the bench over to the other side here. It was a bit interesting, to say the least. Nonetheless, 4-2 Outlaws. Owen McKenna getting that one there on the breakaway. A little bit of mistake there in front of the Rebels bench, going for the body contact instead of going for the ball. Led to a breakaway there. Keller, He's going to walk in with it. Moves it over to Mitchell. Mitchell, one thing I've said earlier in the season, he loves to score goals, and he loves when his teammate scores goals. Lewis moves it up top to Dickin. Dickin bobbles it a bit, 10 seconds on the shot clock, up to Mitchell. Mitchell gets a pick from Rossman. He's going to take a shot on net. Ball hits the ground before getting to Horn, and it's going to bounce up into his chest. 13:30 left here in the second period. Outlaws lead 4-2 in the North Finals. Ball collected to Pook. Pook off the bar. All crossbar on that one. Picked up by Liam Elliott there on the rebound. Up top to Entrop. Entrop moves it over to Kalen Smith. Smith, number 17 here. Passes over to Pook. Pook scores! Ball ends up in Dylan Pook's stick, and he makes no mistake. Puts it past Reed McLeod. He's going to cut that lead in half. It's still going to be 4-3 Outlaws, but the Rebels are back in this game as we've been having two goal streaks. If history serves its purpose here, the Rebels will score the next one. Still 4-4 for the next 14 seconds. Rebels shirtless fans, I believe, are being told, not being told to leave, but they're being told to get out from behind the bench. I believe they were bothering the guy in the box, and they don't want that. Porter being harassed there by Reese Walsh. Porter has only 8 seconds. It was definitely over 8. We're at 18 on the shot clock. Noah Keller has it now as we're now even strength 5-on-5 here in this game. Rebels have quite the fan section down there over the Fortis Alberta sign. You got 5 shirtless dudes spelling Rebels left or right. Ball's here going to be collected by the Rebels now. Over to Rudneski. Rudneski spins up across, moves it up top. Up top, looking for Entrop there on the dunk. Not able to find him. Reed McLeod had no idea where that ball was. Just couldn't get into Entrop's hands. Rudneski. Ball goes bouncing over. It's going to be deflected, though. It's going to be Rebels' ball as Will Horn picks it up in Rebels territory. He throws it over into the bench. Not the best pass there by Will Horn. He's going to give possession to the Outlaws. Hildebrand walks on shots, looking for that far side, not able to connect with it. Now it's going to be Jack Nickel on the breakaway. Walks in, Jack Nickel, right-hand shot comes in, shot scores. Jack Nickel collects the rebound. He walks in all alone and scores on McLeod. As that's the type of bounce and goal that the Rebels wanted in this one, as Jack Nickel makes no mistake there on the breakaway. It's going to be 4-4. It's quite the pop here in the JRC for that one. Welcome to playoff lacrosse here in Alberta. We got a full barn, got fans on both sides. It's quite the environment here in the JRC today. Definitely the best one all season. Referees talking right now. They're getting a mop on the floor. We're going to take a short break from my microphone while they mop this up. Got the wipe down of the floor now, and we're going to have action. 4-4 game, 12:03 left here in the second. Like I said, quite the environment here in the JRC this evening. Ball collected there drawn by Knox Despins. Despins going to take it into the corner. He's going to be behind the net with it now. Looking for a cutting Baker, not able to connect with him. It's going to be Noah Keller running up floor now. He spins off of 2 Rebels. Ball gets knocked out of his stick. He's able to collect it. Now it's a loose ball. Ball collected by the Rebels. Looking for a streaking Bennett Fry. Not able to find him. McLeod picks it up with his free hand. Puts it into his net. Puts it into his stick. He's going to move it up floor. Brandon Huey now with the ball. Hui. They're going to dump it off there to Mitchell and run off. Mitchell with the ball now. A little check in the back there, but Hildebrand going to be no call now when he shoots. Misses far left there on Horn once again. It's not the first time he's missed that angle. Rebels asking for delay of game there. Not going to get it. Pook has it now. Moves it far side. Rebels with control of ball and control of play right now. The momentum's on their side. Entrop over to Pook. Pook. He's looking shot. He's going to shoot. Save made there by McLeod. Ball picked up by Lowe. Lowe shoots, scores. Reed Lowe collects the rebound on the Dylan Pook shot and puts it past Reed McLeod. It's going to be 5-4 Rebels here as they get their first lead of the game and the first lead of the North Finals here in 2026. Only thing I can recommend you is if you are not busy tomorrow night, come on down to the JRC and get in on this action. This is quite the environment here. Ball there won up by Harris. Cale Harris. He has the ball now, being harassed by a couple of Rebels. Harris, a one-on-one. Gets a pick over from Brownlee. Moves it up top to Manning. Manning bouncing up top, one-on-one iced with Frey. He moves over to Mitchell, outstretched arms there of Reese Walsh. He almost picked that off. Mitchell comes in, shoots far side, soaked it there on the defense by Ben Renault. Renault has the ball. It's going to be a 2-minute delay of game penalty there on Jesse Porter. He's been here long enough in this league. He should know better than to kick the ball away from his opponent like that. That's going to be a 2-minute delay of game, maybe a little bit of frustration there, but these guys have been playing lacrosse long enough to know that that is a penalty every single time. Puts the Rebels on the power play with all the momentum in the world right now. Just undisciplined play. Reed Lowe is going to take it up from the top. He's on hat-trick watch. He's got 2 in this one already. He gets it up top now as the clock winds down this power play. Over to Rudnetsky. Rudnetsky and Lowe playing catch back and forth. Lowe behind the net to a diving Kalen Smith. Ball fired down floor. It's going to be Owen McKenna with it now. McKenna being motioned to slow down on the bench there for him. Regan Walker. McKenna moves it down low to Lewis. Lower to Lewis, not exactly down low. To Mitchell. Mitchell has it short side here on the bench side. Mitchell's going to walk up top, shoot it down low. It's going to go up and into the rafters. And we're going to get our water break here for the second period. So 3 goals in a row here by the Rebels put them up 5-4 with the second period. A little bit of sponsor shout-outs in this one. I'd like to give a shout-out to Rival Sportswear. Look your best when you take the floor with Rival Sportswear. Premium custom jerseys and team apparel, free custom design, and fast production. Build your team's new look at rivalsportswear.ca. Battle of the Border, Canada versus the United States. Pride, rivalry, and high-level box lacrosse collide at Battle of the Border. Follow the action, announcements, and upcoming events on Instagram at Battle of the Border LAX. And NetFront Sports. For scores, schedule, standings, player stats, and the latest lacrosse coverage, visit netfrontsports.com. Follow every matchup and stay connected to the game all in one place at netfrontsports.com. We've put a lot of work into that website. We think it is polished enough that you don't need to use any other site if you're following RMLL lacrosse. Ball here collected by Rudnetsky. Rudnetsky moves down to Pook. Behind the net now, Rebels control it. Up top to Rudnetsky. Big overhand shot there. Save made by McLeod. Ball collected by Noah Keller here on the rebound from McLeod. It's going to be an Outlaws ball across floor. With 56 seconds left to navigate here in the Jesse Porter delay of game call. Mitchell. He has it, slows it down. Mitchell has been the ball carrier on these penalty kills. He usually runs down low. With about 5 seconds left, he'll spin back up top, and he'll throw it down into the corner. He moves it back. Looking for Hildebrand, not able to find him. Ball collected. on the rebound there, on the break. So Reed low as he gets his hat trick and jumps up into the shirtless Rebels fan group there. As Reed Lowe gets his third of the game and gives the Rebels a 2-goal lead, their first one of this North Final. 6-4 Rebels lead, and they have all the momentum in the world right now. It's gonna be Kyle Harris and Knox Despins in at the dot again. If you're an Outlaws fan or an Outlaws player, you need to get one here. Stop this momentum going. Porter behind the net. Porter spins off. He's got Manning to his left. Passes it up top to Mitchell. Mitchell moves it over to Ellis. Ellis spins. He's being pressured right now. Ball's in the corner. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Loose ball. We got a car crash here in the corner. Reese Walsh has it now. It's going to be a delayed penalty. It's going to be Kai Ellis going to the box. Going to get him on the holding penalty. It's going to be a 2-minute holding penalty to Kai Ellis. So you put in the Rebels power play, who just scored, back in control here with a chance to go up by 3. Again, it's going to be Reed Lowe at the top. Lowe takes it from referee Sean Radin, moves it down low. Gets it back over to Rudneski. Back to Rudneski, over to Lowe. Seal made, looking for Smith there on the give and go. Looking for Pook on the back door. They like that back door pass. Pook not able to connect with it that time though. Rudneski has it now. Rudneski up top to Lowe. Behind the back to Smith. Smith, big shot there. Overhand right. McLeod gets a piece of that. It's going to be an over and back. Or not going to be over and back. Ball collected by Porter. Porter walks and scores. Jesse Porter collects the rebound. A very akin to Jack Nichols' goal earlier in this period. He gets the rebound and walks in, as you can see on the Battle of the Border replay. Walks in left-hand shot and beats Will Horn. So penalty kill goals there. Jesse Porter equals it up. He was in the box on the last Rebels power play goal. Maybe feeling a bit bad about that. It capitalizes there on the penalty kill. It's going to be a 1-goal lead here for the Rebels. Same combatants at the dot. It's going to be Despins and Harris. Despins gets the better of Harris that time. Flips it up over to Tompkins. Tompkins over to Rudneski. And they're going to get their offense on the floor. You got Lowe coming off the bench. You got Dylan Pook off the bench. Far side over to Tompkins. Tompkins has Smith walking on the floor as well. Kalen Smith playing in the middle there on the bumper spot. Ball's behind the net over to Pook. Shot on there. Save made by McLeod. Tompkins collects the rebound. It's going to be a fresh 30 here for the Rebels. Up to Smith. Over to Tompkins. Smith sets the screen. Moves it over to Pook. Back up to Tompkins. Tompkins up top, looking behind the net for Pook. Not able to connect with them. That was Reed Lowe. My apologies. Ball collected by Cale Harris. Harris up top for Noah Keller. Keller avoids the hit. Not able to collect the ball, though, with 6:45 left here in the second. It's going to be Rudneski down here at the crease. He bounces it over to Pook. Fakes it, though. Keeps it himself. It's going to be up top to Lowe. Lowe. Over to Rudneski. Rudneski looking back door there. Not able to connect with Tompkins. Lowe. He moves it over to Pook. Time runs out as he takes a shot there on McLeod. It's going to be even strength now as Outlaws net positive on that one. As Quinn Patterson gets a little hip check there. He still has the ball. Over to McKenna. McKenna throws it down low, underhanded. Picked up by Mitchell off the bounce. He shot, nice save there by Horn with the foot. B to B there by Ellis. Turned aside by Horn. Nice little kick toe save there by Will Horn, playing his best lacrosse in a bit here. Pook. Far side. Big shot on there by Liam Elliott. And it's going to be Swollen up by McLeod, and the Outlaws are going to come up floor with Owen McKenna on the far side. He's going to slow up, wait for his offense to get on the floor. He's got Dickin with him, moves over to Hildebrand. Hildebrand down low to Mitchell. Mitchell's got Brownlee coming off the bench. That's a pick from Hildebrand. They're going to say that one was interference. It's going to be 2-1-1 here for the Rebels up floor. Reese Walsh walks in, save made on the glove by McLeod. He bobbles the ball, and it's going to be through the crease on Walsh. Collected in Outlaws end by Kai Ellis. He's going to bring it up floor. Ellis has Manning with him. He dumps it off to Manning. Far side now. Big shot on there by Lewis. Lewis also on hat trick. And watch, he's got 2 in this one already. Ball's bouncing down here towards Reed McLeod. It's going to get put into the corner. Jackson Baker's going to take it from here for the Rebels on the set piece. Ball gets blown into action. Rebels with the far side. Big shot on there by Reed Lowe. Picked up by Fry. Fry playing on the offense. This time getting an offensive possession. Baker walks in. Shot on. Stick there by the Outlaws. Takes a lot of the power off that one. Going to get a cross-checking penalty here to Jesse Porter. I didn't see that one, but that 2-minute cross-checking here to Jesse Porter is going to put the Rebels on the power play with 4:33 left here in the second period, up by 1. Shots are all Rebels, 34-18. They lead in the shot department. This time it's going to be Eric Rudneski taking the ball up from center. Ball gets blown in there. It's going to get moved down to Pook. Pook over top to Rudneski. Rudneski far side. Behind the net now. Looking for Pook on the back door, not able to connect with him. Up top to Rudneski. Rudneski over to Tompkins. He takes a big hit on that one, no call. Smith moves it down low to Lowe. Lowe gets pressured there by Cal Harris. That's going to be Outlaws ball there in the successful defensive play. Harris. He keeps it, tried to fool the hidden ball trick there with Carter Mitchell. Mitchell has it now, moves it over to Hildebrand. Hildebrand, 4 and 5 here for the Outlaws. They're probably just going to try to kill as much of this 30 as possible. Mitchell gets a push, gets a pick there from Hildebrand and gets shot there on Will Horn, but easy save made, turned aside. Rebels ball, 50 seconds left here in the power play on 2-minute minor for checking to Jesse Porter. Rudneski with Lowe up top here. Over to Tompkins. Rudneski and Lowe playing give and go. Back to Rudneski, 3 seconds left on the shot clock. A little bit too much passing there. Somebody's got to shoot the damn ball. Kyle Jamieson has it now. Look for McKenna. McKenna's already got 1 in this game on the penalty kill. 20 seconds left, matches the game clock and the score clock, so they can kill the rest of this penalty. They just hold on to the ball. McKenna is going to make a cut play, get a pick there from Rossman. He's up top to Balanchuk. Balanchuk has 8 seconds left on the play. He's going to take a big shot there on Will Horn. He's going to make the save. Penalty expires as the Rebels run up floor. Rudneski has it now. 2:30 left here in the second period. 6-5. Rebels lead over the Outlaws in Game 1 of the North Finals here in the Junior B Tier 1 RMLL division. Smith over to Elliott. Elliott takes the big overhand right shot. He misses, though. It's going to be picked up by Despins on the bounce. Despins. Nice passing play there by the Rebels, but once again, too many passes and nobody's shooting the ball as the shot clock expires on them with 2 minutes left in the period. Huey moves over to Brownlee. Brownlee. He spins. Mitchell has the ball right now. 1-1. Moves it up top to Lewis. Lewis looking back over Brownlee. Shot on low there. It's going to miss the net. It's going to be Rebels' ball. They're going to get off the floor and get their offense in the zone with 1:40 left here to go in the middle frame. Ball blown in. Smith up top with Liam Elliott to his left. Entrop over to Elliott. Elliott, low to high shot there on McLeod. He makes the save. Ball collected behind the net by Kai Ellis. He's going to look for an outlet of Quinn Patterson, not able to connect with him. Quinn Patterson as Jack Nichols spins off that. Moves it down low, and the Rebels are going to slow down with 1:08 left on the period clock. Up top, Kalen Smith. Smith, far side, passes it back. Spot shot on a spun shot there by Lowe, just wide. Is now Kyle Jamieson has it for the Outlaws. We got 8 seconds to get it across the floor here. He does. Moves it down low to Ellis. Ellis over to Mitchell, coming off the bench. Mitchell. He walks in, goes for the crease dive, save made there by Horn on the shoulder. They're going to call a walkthrough on Mitchell. It's Coach Darren Beret here calling for a timeout, and they're going to take their time. 35 seconds on the game clock, 27 seconds on the shot clock, so there's a little bit of discrepancy there. They might not pull Will Horn simply because of that discrepancy. But 30-second timeout here by the Rebels. Generous, I believe, by the arena, giving them a full minute. I don't know the RMLL rule. Maybe it is a full minute. But I'd like to give you guys a reminder to check out netfrontsports.com for all score, schedule, standings, player stats, and the latest lacrosse coverage. Visit netfrontsports.com. Follow every matchup and stay connected to the game all in one place. Yes, you can go on there. You can search players. If you are a player, you can go on and claim your profile. We'll have editing capabilities for you as we move on. We have 6-5 lead. Rebels have the lead here. Close game from the JRC. Packed crowd in the JRC. It's summer ball lacrosse in the prairies. What more can you ask for? Will Horn did. He's going back to the bench. Well, back to this net. He actually walked all the way to his net without his glove. I don't know if he's trying to kill a little bit more time here. But it's going to be Tompkins. Tompkins gets the ball with 35 seconds left and ball blown in. Again, a bit of a discrepancy here between shot and game clock. Tompkins. Over to Reneski. Back door. Looking for Smith. Smith takes the shot. Ball collected here on the Lucy, collected by Owen McKenna. It's 3-on-1 Outlaws up floor. It's going to be timeout by the Outlaws with 15.3 here. Now, unlike the last timeout, I do believe the Outlaws are going to pull their goalie here. You'll see Reed McLeod go to the bench here for the 6-on-5 as we get to now fill another minute of dead air. Let's do more sponsors. We've got Sports Central. Sports Central is helping remove financial barriers to play by collecting, repairing, and redistributing sports equipment to kids across northern Alberta. Donate equipment, volunteer, or help out the next generation in the game at sportscentral.org. They put out a post last week saying that one of their top 7 most needed items is lacrosse sticks. If you have some lacrosse sticks hanging around your garage or anything like that, please consider donating it to Sports Central so that kids that cannot afford lacrosse sticks can go play lacrosse, the wonderful game that we are all here today watching on the NetFront Sports Network. So 6-5, Rebels lead. About 15 seconds there on the clock here in the second. Looks like it's going to be Kason Brownlee walking to get the ball. You got Hildebrand, Mitchell, Dickin, Lewis, and Manning on the floor. I would say this is their best 6 offensive players right now without Carter Grace in the lineup. Brownlee collects the ball here on the hop as the clock is ticking. We are now at 12 seconds remaining here in the second. Hildebrand has it now. He's going to walk in slowly. Move it down to Mitchell. Mitchell's probably going to be the shooter here. Moves it over to Lewis. Back to Mitchell. Looking for the pick there on Hildebrand. Just see what they were trying to do. The pass was just off. And Mitchell was not able to collect that pass. So that's it after 40 here from the JRC. My name's Eric Krause, bringing you the game on the NetFront Sports Network. I got Tristan Shaw here on the laptop and Gabby on our camera. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you in about 10 minutes' time here for third period action. Welcome back here into the JRC Recreation Center in Fort Saskatchewan, Alberta. We got a 6-5 lead here. The Rebels over the Outlaws. Scoring summary of that second period as I'm bringing it up on my phone quickly before the period starts. Kieran Lewis and Owen McKenna scored the first two of that period, followed by Dylan Pook and Jack Nickel with a nice goal there on the breakaway in transition. Reed Lowe twice, and then Jesse Porter scored there for the Outlaws at the end as we're going to bring that up. My apologies. There we go, and we have action in the third. Outlaws ball rolled in, picked up by Jack Nickel. He's going to come on the break here all alone again. Shot save made by McLeod. McLeod gets him that time. Jack Nickel scored earlier in the second period. Ball in there spun off by Quinn Patterson. Outlaws down by 1, looking to break the streak and go up 1-0 here in the North Finals. Carter Mitchell with it behind the net now, being chased there by our Rebels. We have an Outlaw player walking through the crowd as Belanchuk making his way towards the bench here. The only accessible way to the Outlaws bench when there's action on the floor is to go through the stands. So, yeah, Belanchuk walking across our camera there. Ball picked up by the Rebels, far side. Rebels 6-5 lead here in the third period in the black jerseys, moving right to left here across your TV screen, phone or tablet, whatever you're watching us on this evening. We had 135 people at the end of the second period. Thank you guys for tuning in, supporting junior lacrosse here in Alberta as these teams look to punch their ticket to the Larry Bishop at the end of the month. Reed McLeod in net for the Outlaws in the white jerseys, moving left to right across your screen. They're going to pick up the ball here in Rebels territory. Is going to be picked up here by Felix Rossman. Rossman, ball gets blown in there, up to Mitchell. Shots have been all Rebels as they've controlled most of the plates, 38-19, but it's only a 1-goal lead here for the Rebels. Now, my name is not Aiden Bolsgaard. I'm not going to call Tristan Shaw the biggest Rebels homer in the building, but he is cheering for them, I would say, on the broadcast. But I am also known as a little bit of an Outlaws fan myself. So it's kind of a good little duo we have here on the broadcast this evening with Gabby on the camera. It's going to be Outlaws ball across for Kai Ellis in transition. He's going to be 1-on-5 now. He fakes passes to nobody. Ball picked up by Lewis. Lewis on hat-trick watch, already has 2 goals in this game. He's got it, moves it over across to Ellis. Ellis, big shot on net. You don't see him on the offensive side of the floor very much, but he does have a cannon when he chooses to use it. Ball's going to go bouncing and bouncing and bouncing into Reed McLeod's corner there. It's going to be picked up by Jackson Baker off the set piece. Ball gets blown in by West Kendall. Moves up to Rudneski. Rudneski over to Tompkins. Tompkins moves it down low to Lowe. Lowe's already got 3 in this one, looking for a 4th. As it's going to be given up there by Elliott. It's going to be 2-on-1 off floor. It's got Kyle Jamieson and Owen McKenna. McKenna already has a goal in this game. Proves that he can put the ball in the back of the net. Moves it down to Jamieson, who moves it up top to Mitchell as about one Outlaws offense is going to get on the floor. Jamieson's got Mitchell cutting, nothing doing there. He's going to take the swim move on the inside, moving back down to Mitchell. Mitchell behind the net, looked for a crease dive there, not going to do it. He gets slashed. That one hurt him. Not sure if he's selling that one or not. Mitchell with the big goal here from the side. Takes the sidearm shot and then goes and taunts the shirtless Rebels fans. And now they're being kicked out of the game by Sean Reed. Referee Sean Reed's going to kick out the topless Rebels fans. Now, I would have kicked them out for, you know, and Coach Miller Scrimshaw is now being kicked out of the game. Not sure about that one. I'm assuming Sean Reed said he talked to them after the second intermission. We did have an altercation between the shirtless dudes at the end of the second intermission. They were actually bugging the Outlaws walking off the floor, that the refs had to go and talk to them. Not sure why Miller Scrimshaw is getting kicked out of the game. That's the coach they're choosing to kick out. But yes, the naked, shirtless Rebels fans have now taken their place up top here at the JRC above the one camera. The ball gets blown in here. It's 6-6. I would have kicked them out of the game after harassing the Outlaws coming off the floor. Not after Mitchell went over there and taunted him after scoring a goal. But you know what? I'm not a referee. I'm not going to judge that one. They're being annoying, but they're not doing anything that's harsh. But let's get back to the game. As the referees are now going to talk to each other. I don't really know what's going on here. The referee walked over, talked to West Kendall. Now they're splitting up. Ball up top here, Kalen Smith. Let's get back to some lacrosse here. Right? Enough of the antics. Reed Lowe has it now, moves it down low behind the net. Up top to Smith. Smith getting harassed there, moves it over to Lowe. Lowe comes across. He's got Owen McKenna pressuring him. Kalen Smith comes over, sends him a screen. Shot over to Entrop. Entrop like the back door there for Elliott. Elliott takes a shot on McLeod. Now we got some pushing and shoving here in the corner. Ball picked up by Reed McLeod. He's going to pass it down to Kieran Lewis and get across the floor. Lewis moves it down to Ellis. Ellis, he has it now. He walks across. Ball collected by the Rebels. Spinning was Ben Renault into his own teammate, but he's able to bounce out of that and get it across the floor. Bennett Fry's at it now. Bennett Fry wearing the knee brace. Took a pretty big shot to the family jewels in the game 2 against the Rampage. Regan Walker gets it across half here. Brownlee moves it over to Manning. And Manning over to Lewis. Lewis up top. Looks for Brownlee. Throws it too high and out of his reach. The ball is going to be collected by Jack Nickel in the defensive zone. Nickel's going to get across half. It's going to be get the Rebels on offense here. Moves it over to Pook. Pook with it now. He's threatening to shoot. Passes it across the floor over to Lowe. Lowe, one-on-one here with McKenna. He'll move it down low to Smith. Smith back to Pook. Pook spinning with it. Comes across, tries to go over the shoulders of McLeod. McLeod makes the save. A nice little pick there from Entrop to give Pook the space he needed to get on net. Porter's going to take it himself. He's going to drive all the way, takes a shot on Horn. Save made by Will Horn. Ball picked up there. That was a high cross check by Hildebrand. It's going to be no call, though. Zorniak bounces it across to Marciniak. Marciniak moves it over to Rudneski. They're not on the same page. Moves it over to Lewis. Lewis gets it, moves it back to Rudneski. He's far side now. He's got 2 Outlaws on him. Being pressured there, finds Tompkins. Tompkins all alone, shoots, save. Looks like that was off the post. It's going to be a fresh 30 here for the Rebels. Asking for a wipe down far side here. This is going to take a bit because you got kids with Swiffers running from all the way across the floor. There's only one entrance here. So we have our cleanup crew. They're running across. Will Horn's going to come get a water bottle. We're going to go to let's shout out some sponsors here on the network. We're going to shout out Battle of the Border. It's in Missoula, Montana. It's Canada versus the United States. Pride, rivalry, and high-level box lacrosse collide at Battle of the Border. Follow the action, announcements, and upcoming events on Instagram at battleoftheborderlax.com. Rival Sportswear. Look your best when you take the floor with Rival Sportswear. Premium custom jerseys and team apparel. Free custom design and fast production. Build your team's next look at rivalsportswear.ca. Our cleanup crew is running off the floor. And it's going to be Rudneski taking the ball up the top here. And it's a tie game from the JRC. 14 and a half left here in the game. Elliott moves it down to Tompkins. Tompkins with a big overhand right. Ball shot on there to McLeod. McLeod looks like he got shaken up by that one, and maybe a bit, or maybe he was just clinching his shoulders to his neck, trying to make sure that ball didn't squeeze out. Nonetheless, he's up and at him. Ball brought across the floor by Ashton Johnson. He's going to pass it down to Reneski and run off. Pook's going to replace him. Reed low with it now, bench side. Low coming in on Walker, moves it down low. Going to get step in the crease there. They're going to call it on Elliott. Up floor now is Owen McKenna. Owen McKenna's been having an amazing game, both transitionally and defensive in this one. Just wanted to shout him out. Carter Mitchell with it now. Moves it up top to Manning. Hildebrand throws a little check as he runs by his man. And he falls. That's going to be Outlaws taking the foul there. It's going to be Rebels ball. Sorry, I was watching the Rebels player walk off the floor. He's grimacing in pain. Comes over here, smashes his stick on the bench. Hopefully he's okay. It looks like being in a lot of pain. Reed low with it now. He's already got a hat trick, looking for his fourth. Shoots it 5-hole on McLeod. McLeod makes a save. Brandon Huey gets hit there and literally got hit probably right in front of the crease and ended up in the corner as he slid the whole way behind the net now. Always threatening. You can go north to south here in the RMLL this season, so when you're behind the net, you are a threat. Kyle Harris and Dickett, 2-on-2, walks in. Harris takes the shot on Horn there. He's going to push Ben Renault. Nothing's going to happen out of that bench telling Renault to leave it. I don't know. Ben Renault might be a tough guy, but I don't know if I'd be one to fight Cal Harris. Harris, one of the bigger dudes on this floor this evening. All tied, 12-20 left here in this third. Ball given to Liam Elliott. Elliott bounces it back down low, looking for Tompkins, not able to connect with him. He's got Ellis on him, looking for Rudneski coming out on the cut. Elliott, 0 seconds left on the shot clock. He's just going to dump it in on McLeod. McLeod's going to grab the ball. It's going to be Outlaws possession of floor. Kai Ellis gets a check there from Rossman. Moves it up top to Hildebrand. Hildebrand. He has it. One-on-one there with Nicapillo. Spins around him. Tries to go for a twister shot. Passes behind the net. Not able to connect with Lewis out front, though. Nicapillo might have got away with one in the back there. Despins, he's going to take it up floor himself. Usually a face-off guy for this team. Can play a little bit of transition, play a little bit of defense. Passes it up to Rudneski. It's going to be Rebels ball in Outlaws territory. Lowe has it now. Almost faked out his own teammate there. Passes it over to Smith. Look in the backdoor play there for Pook again. Not able to connect with it. They really love that play. Pook loves to fly. Ball's going to be collected in Rebels territory by Carter Mitchell. He's going to have Jack Nickel on him. One-on-one in the corner. He stutter steps, gets out. Passes it over to Dickin. Dickin, 20 seconds left on the shot clock, moves it over to Mitchell. Mitchell one-on-one now. He comes across, shot, save made there by Horn. Picked up by Zorniak. Moved up floor already. Leaves Ashton Johnson running with it. He's going to pass it off, get off. Johnson moves it over to Baker. Baker takes a slash or two from Huey there. Nothing doing on that one. Moves it over to Tompkins. Tompkins down low to Smith. Tompkins comes across, shot, scores. Kalen Smith, or sorry, there's Liam Elliott there with the pass over to Tompkins, and Tompkins puts it past McLeod on that one. He's going to score his first of the game, an important one there as it gets the Rebels up 7-6 with 10:47 left here in the game. Again, shots 42-23 in favor of the Rebels, so the scoreboard being close. A little bit surprising maybe here out of the JRC. I will say it's a lot quieter in this arena now with the shirtless dudes out of the picture. Lucid, first time calling his name this game. He moves it up the floor here for the Outlaws. Nice little check there by Jamison. Nothing doing there on the call. It's going to be moved over to Manning. Manning down to Lewis. Lewis looking for his hat trick. He's threatening a shot. He does shoot, just misses. He collects his own rebound. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Spinning. Lewis comes out front, just wide there. Picked up by Jamison with 2 seconds on the shot clock. He's going to be pressured by Nicapillo, and it's going to be a 30-second violation. They're calling for a delay of game because he shot the ball after the whistle. They're not going to get it. Ball's going to be collected here by Liam Elliott. Blown in. 10:16 left here in the third period and the game. They're going for a little loose ball trick. Huey's able to pick that up as they left the ball behind. Pook far side. He's got it. Moves it over to Elliott. Elliott, he shot looking that top corner. McLeod's able to get the shoulder up in that one. 9:50 remaining. Hildebrand. He has it. Hildebrand being one-on-one there by Reese Marciniak. Hildebrand walks in, takes a shot on Horn. Horn makes that save. And we're going to have our water break here with 9:37 left in the game. 7-6 Rebels lead over the Outlaws as they look to make it 29 in a row over this Outlaws organization. We're going to have our final water break of the game, so we're going to have our final shoutouts of the game. We're going to shout out to Battle of the Border again, Canada versus the United States. Pride, rivalry, and high-level box lacrosse collide at the Battle of the Border. Follow the action, announcements, and upcoming events on Instagram at Battle of the Border LAX. And NetFront Sports ourselves for scores, schedules, standings, player stats, and the latest lacrosse coverage. Visit our website, follow every matchup, and stay connected to the game all in one place at netfrontsports.com. Our referee Sean Reed coming here to talk to Darren Beret. Probably wondering why Miller Scrimshaw. I believe Scrimshaw is in the corner, and he's being told to get out of the arena. He's being told to go back to the dressing room. Yep. The trainer going over to Scrimshaw, telling Scrimshaw he needs to leave the actual building. He cannot stay here and watch this game. Again, I really don't know what Miller Scrimshaw did to be kicked out of the game because the shirtless dudes got kicked out of the game, but we're going to be back in action here as Eric Tompkins moves it up floor. Rebels ball up by 1 here with 9:25 remaining in the game. Reed Lowe's got it. He's looking for a crease dive. Moves it over to Tompkins. Tompkins shot scores. Reed Lowe looking for the crease dive, passes it back to Tompkins. He's doing the finger pistols up in the air, and he's going to score on that one. He gives the Rebels a 2-goal lead. Oh, they're straight up. Again, I'm being distracted here by the shirtless dudes. The shirtless dudes were above the arena here at the end. They got kicked out of the building. They got told to leave the premises. That's what Scrimshaw was doing. Scrimshaw was telling them they had to leave entirely. So, just a weird situation in what has been a good game. Listen, we've already gotten in trouble once this season for judging the referees on the broadcast, so I'm not going to do it again. I don't know why those guys were kicked out, but I'm not completely under control of the RMLL fan conduct and everything like that. From my understanding, they didn't do anything that was out of pocket. They did kind of jeer the Outlaws as they were going back to their dressing room. Save made there by McLeod there on Roneski, by the way. But I don't know. I would label it as harmless fun. And I would consider myself a pretty by-the-book guy. So we're going to have an interference call on the Rebels there, and it's going to be Beaumont Outlaws ball on the floor. Outlaws need to get back in this game. They need to start putting the ball in the net. This Outlaws team looks like they're missing Carter Grace, if I had to pinpoint on this one. Grace had 7 points in that game 3 against the Warriors. They need those 7 points now. Set shot on there by Carter Mitchell, saved by Horn. Jack Nichols going to be running it in transition now, being told to slow it down there by Coach Darren Beret. They had it 2-1 if they wanted to take it, but Beret would rather have the 30 here now as the clock is in the Rebels' favor. Reed Lowe moves it down to Tompkins. Tompkins behind the net now, always dangerous behind there, getting pushed by Porter. As Tompkins now moves it up top to Frey. Frey moves over to Baker. Baker, swim move on Hui. Walks in, shot, save made there by McLeod. Ball collected in the corner by Kyle Jamison. He's going to walk it across center and get the Outlaws offense on the floor. Jamison There's Carter Mitchell coming off the bench. He's going to move over to Lewis. Lewis on hat trick. Watch, has 2 in this game already. Being harassed there. Walks in. Comes in. Twister shot. Nice stick on ball there by Nicapillo. Yes, that is the correct call there by the referees. The ball went off Nicapillo's stick and into the netting. Hildebrand. To Mitchell. Mitchell. Over to Dickin. Dickin. Back to Mitchell. Over to Lewis. Lewis. Looking for Hildebrand down low. Those passes by these Outlaws players just aren't crisp this evening. Rebels ball up floor. It's going to be Bennett Fry with it now far side. Labeled as a transition player here for this Rebels team. If he's labeled as a transition player, he is one of the best in this league at doing so. Elliott has it now behind the net. Nice play there. Quick behind the net play. As there's a Rebels player here now playing with some reckless abandon, to be honest. He's just flying everywhere. Yep. That's going to happen every time. Wes Kendall being told to open his eyes, and he's going to be kicked out of the game. He's going to kick the fan out of the game. That makes it 7 fans kicked out of the game so far in this one. So we got some rowdy action here in the fort. See if it gets rowdy tomorrow too for game 2 on the network between the Rebels and the Outlaws. You can catch that Saturday night, 8 p.m. We also have a senior game going on. I will be on that call from Ken Nickel as the senior Outlaws take on the Rocky View Knights in first round Senior B action. Remember, with the President's Cup spot on the line as the Miners are hosting this year from the Silent Ice Center in Nisku. There'll be 2 Alberta representatives at the President's Cup. Nicapillo moves it up to Rudneski. Rudneski over to Tompkins. 6:20 left here. Rebels up by 2. 47-25. They have the shot advantage. Tompkins in the corner being harassed there. He spins off. He's got nobody on him. Nobody picks him up. Finally, Walker comes over, takes it. Tompkins passes it over to Dylan Pook, and he puts it behind and in. Dylan Pook with the goal. Gives the Rebels a 3-goal lead in this one. And at this point in the game, that might be insurmountable. Ball won here by Despins. Hooping and hollering here from the Rebels bench. They're feeling it now. Moves over to Nicapillo. Nicapillo far side to Rudneski. Over to Smith. Smith. He moves it to Rudneski. Looking for Smith on the back door. Jumps up. Almost catches that one-handed. He's covered by Kyle Ellis now. Loose ball. Quinn Patterson trying to get over there and find it. Ball's going to be still bobbled. Loose. Picked up finally by Kyle Jamieson. He's being pressed up against the wall. It should be 8-second violation here pretty soon. Freezing up there is the Outlaws player. Ball collected by Manning on the bounce. Almost dangerous there as the Rebels kind of ball blown in here. Rudneski's got a far side. 5:15 left to go. Rebels up by 3, 9-6. Game 1 of the North Final here from the JRC. Reed Lowe has it now. He's already got 3 in this game. He moves it over to Baker. Baker's shot on there. As there's a Rebels player getting pushed around. Rebels ball. Rudneski has it now. Moves it up top to Lowe. Rebels taking their full 30s as they should with 5 minutes left in the game, up by 3. Lowe has it up top. He moves it over to Elliott. Elliott to Rudneski, back down to Lowe. Lowe spinning off Regan Walker, one-on-one. One hands it into the slot there. looking for an empty net, not able to find it. Ball goes over and back. It's going to be dropped there by Reese Walsh. It's going to be picked up by the Outlaws. 4:30, down by 3. Have to keep eyes on Reed McLeod. Hildebrand with the ball now. He's being harassed there by Walsh. Behind the net with it now. Now he's being pushed up by Marciniak. Marciniak all over him, gets the loose ball. An amazing defensive play there by Marciniak. Came over in the trade at the deadline from Cambridge in the OBJALL or OBJLL. I don't know the acronym, but it's that league for sure. He came over after Cambridge got knocked out of the playoffs. A good find there by Rebels GM Kevin Parker. Help bolster this Rebels team in the North Finals here as they look to punch their ticket to the Larry Bishop in Innisfail at the end of the month, an August-long weekend. Joining the Mavericks as the host. Big shot on there by Liam Elliott, just wide. It's going to be Outlaws' ball as Will Horn collects it in his netting, bounces it down to the corner. It's going to be Will Nicapillo. He's going to be picking up Brownlee in the corner, one-on-one. Brownlee picks at the ball gets blown in. Over to Dickin. Dickin back to Brownlee. Moves over to Lewis. Ball gets knocked down there by Jack Nickel. He's having a hell of a game. Nickel walks in 2-1-1 with Nicapillo. Moves over to Nicapillo. Nicapillo shoots just wide. That's putting it nicely. It was pretty wide. And Brandon Huey picks it up. And good to see the Rebels defensive players getting in on the 2-on-1 there. Ball moved up. It's going to be Despins with it now. Despins has got Baker with him. Moves over to Baker. Baker getting pressured up top by Walker. Moves it over to Tompkins. Tompkins, he's going to walk it down. One-on-one with Porter. Comes across. Big shot on. Just misses. Reed McLeod's left hat. Got bodies all over the place. Swim move there. Takes a high cross check. No call. It's Rudneski. It's going to be 30-second shot clock violation on the Rebels. Ball collected behind the nets. Brandon Huey. Huey takes a shot there from Rudneski. Gives one back. They're going to walk off the floor with nothing doing. Jamison gives him a hit. We have Reed McLeod out of the empty net. It's going to be 6-on-5 here for the Outlaws. Carter Mitchell moves it down to Brownlee. Mitchell up top to Lewis. Lewis back over to Mitchell. Mitchell, big shot on. Save there made by Horn. Will Horn has had a rocky couple moments in this game, but for the most part has been very, very solid in net for the Rebels in his return from injury. Ball moved up floor by Ben Renault. Renault moves it far side. 2:02 left here in the game and of the third period of Game 1 of the North Finals here in the Junior B Tier 1 division from the JRC. Once again mentioned, Rebels will host Game 2 tomorrow night here from the JRC. 8 p.m. action. You can watch it on the network. There's a far side now. Moves over to Lewis. Lewis, he's going to slow things down, even though the Outlaws don't have the time to do so. Down by 3, minute 30 left in the game. They're 6-on-5 again. Moves over to Dickin. Dickin over to Lewis. Back to Dickin. Dickin shot on net, soaked by a Rebel's head. I believe that was number 12, Zorniak. He looks okay. That shot missed so wide it looked like he aimed for the guy's head. Out in front of the net now is Despins, and he's going to put this game away and ice it. As Kai Ellis is giving it to his teammates right now. He's not happy with that performance right there on the back check. Kai Ellis giving it to his bench. I would not want to be an Outlaw going into that dressing room with how heated Kai Ellis is right now. But it's going to be 10-6 Rebels. That's goal scored by Knox Despins as he gets on the sheet here. And so we have now a transition and a defensive player on the score sheet for the Rebels. You know, everybody getting involved. Ellis moves it over to Jamison. Last minute play here in the third period of Game 1. Manning. Down low to Porter. Porter. He looks for Jamison on the back door, not able to connect with him. Jamison has it now. Moves it up top to Manning. Manning, one-on-one with Renault. spin move there by Jamieson. He walks in, she scores. Kyle Jamieson spins off the pressure, and he'll put one in on Will Horn. But it's all academic now, as it's now 10-7 with 37 seconds left, as the Outlaws will fall in game one here from the JRC. Gonna have Despins and Cale Harris and at the dot. It's been a chippy game. Let's see if anything comes out of it here. Outlaws have 6 people on the floor. It's not going to be called a penalty, though. It's just going to be called Rebels ball. It's actually the Rebels that are going to get the too-many-man penalty on the legal substitution. That doesn't make much sense to me. The Outlaws had 6 people on the floor for the face-off, so yeah, we're going to get a Rebel to the box, or is it going to be an Outlaw to the box? Yeah, it's going to be a Rebel to the box there for the illegal substitution. I don't know my lacrosse rules. It's going to be a penalty shot here by Casey Brownlee. If you are familiar with the RMLL rules, can you please explain to me why there's a penalty shot going right now? But Casey Brownlee is going to walk in all alone on Will Horn. He shot, save made by Horn on the post. I think got a little bit of help of the post there. Casey Brownlee walks in all alone on the penalty shot, save made by Horn. Yeah, not quite sure why a penalty shot was awarded there. I'd have to sharpen up on my RMLL rule book. That's going to be Despins and Cale Harrison at the dot. I mean, Brownlee scores there. You maybe have a conversation on whether there's a chance or not. .1 remaining. We have 32.6. They're going to put 32 on the clock. Close enough. Close enough. We got Tristan Shaw here trying to tell the scoreboard operators where it's actually at. Outlaws are going to take a timeout, down by 3 with 28 seconds left. I'd like to thank you in the comments for everybody watching today. Once again, it's going to be 10-7 here. The Rebels are going to win this game. It's just by what's the final score going to be. That's what we're finding out now. Catch Game 2 on the same network tomorrow night from the JRC, 8 p.m. Reed McLeod's going to go to the bench here. We will have the entirety of the North Finals on our network. The South Finals, you have to go to netfrontsports.com. Look in the ticker. We have the links to those games as well. NetFront Sports, you're home to the RMLL playoffs. You can see where all the games are everywhere on our website. Hildebrand with a big shot, misses. It's going to be picked up by Lewis. Lewis is on hat-trick watch. Nice for him to get a little one there. It's going to be ran to floor by Nick Capillo. 12 seconds left. He's not going to go for the empty net. He's just going to run into the corner. Who would have thought that the transition defensive player would, make the smart decision and just run things out. That's going to be it here from the JRC. Make it 29-0 as the Rebels, or 29-0 as the Rebels increase the streak over the Outlaws. 10-7 the final here from the JRC in Game 1. Catch Game 2 tomorrow night, 8 p.m., same time, same place on the NetFront Sports Network. My name is Eric Krause, bringing you the call with Tristan Shaw on the laptop and Gabby on the camera. As there will not be, I believe there's no handshakes between teams as the series is going on. But thank you guys for tuning in to NetFront Sports Network. We will see you in Game 2 tomorrow night.